Hi everybody, welcome to Jay Leno's Garage. I'm sure you've heard of Pixar Studios. They're the studios that do Cars and Cars 2 and all those great Pixar films. Well, John Lasseter is the genius behind those movies. And every year, he and Jay Ward do a car show called Motorama. And Jay Ward is sort of the guy who kind of put the whole thing together for John. And it's a private car show just for Pixar employees. They don't let any media in, but we were the only people invited to bring our cameras up there and take a look at some of the cool stuff Pixar has. So it's really fascinating. So I'm going to hand it off to Jay Ward. I couldn't go because I got this day job thing. So I sent the guys up, and Jay Ward will be your host. Jay, take it away.
Thanks, Jay. Welcome to Pixar Animation Studios. You are at the Pixar Motorama. This is our 12th Motorama. It's an employee car show, barbecue, company lunch with live music, and we have a couple special guest vehicles. The Peterson Museum brought up Steve McQueen's Jaguar XKSS, one of 15 built that belonged to Steve McQueen. They also brought in a round door Rolls Royce. Fantasy Junction brought over an AC Coupe, Nash Healey, and of course we have employee cars, and then all the manufacturers. Ferrari with the F12, Maserati is here, Audi's here, Porsche's here with the new GT3, it goes on and on. We used to have a really small employee show at our old grounds, and then when we moved here, I said, could I take over the show? And they said, yeah. I renamed it the Pixar Motorama. We got a little budget, we got a live band, we got t-shirts, and kind of turned into its own show, and I just kind of made it what I wanted it to be, and it's blown up into this. Let's look around and see some fun stuff. Hey, we got a beautiful Volvo P1800 here, and here's Bob Pauley, the owner. Bob.
Jay, good to see you.
Thanks for coming to the Motorama again.
Awesome show.
Thank you.
So much fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun, and your car, it's so exciting to see it back. This was a long road. Can you tell me a little bit about what you went through to get the car here?
Oh, it's been fun. I've had this car since '83.
1983.
Friend of my dad's was selling a car, and he said, you might want to check it out. We went down to his barn. It was broken down in the barn, and drove it out of there eventually. And I've had it, and it was in pretty good shape, but I always was restoring. I've told everybody here at work, oh, I'm going to restore that thing. It's going to be great. And it just kind of slowly decayed. And about 2 years ago, I started getting it painted.
Looking at this car, when you were working on designing cars for the film Cars, did this car influence you in any way for some of your in-house designs?
You know, I think it did to some degree, because there's something about this period in the mid-'60s and this kind of, because this was designed by Frua, and Pelt Peterson, who was a Volvo guy, did the original drawings. And it just has lines and shape that is just, it says something to me.
It's
just
classic,
so beautiful.
quintessential beauty.
Good balance, and it's a nice organic kind of quality to it. You know, almost a kind of Italian, it's Italian Swede. And yeah, totally. I love this period of automobile design. So.
Me too. It's beautiful. Well, thanks for bringing it.
Sure.
Good to have you in. Oh, Bob Pauley designed these shirts for the Motorama as well, by the way. That's Bob Pauley's graphic design on me.
Where's mine?
I know. We'll get you one. I guess I owe you a shirt.
Maybe.
All right. Well, we're going to go look at some more cars, and we'll see you later.
Sounds good. Have fun. Thanks.
All right. Let's go look at some more cars. Hey, look who we found running around at the Motorama. John Lasseter, our Chief Creative Officer. Hey, John.
Hey. Hi, Jay. Good job this year.
Thank you very much.
Motorama is awesome.
Great
It's
show.
our 12th Motorama. We got started on Motorama when we were first doing the research on the movie Cars. And we started seeing that there's some pretty cool cars that Pixar employees had. So we said, hey, let's have a car show. This guy's used to putting on car shows. He loves it. So I asked Jay to do it.
Yep.
And then through all of the research we did with cars and getting to be good friends with all the big car companies, Jay started calling him and said, hey, we're having a car show. Do you have something cool you would like to bring?
That's right.
And hence, look what we got around us. Unbelievable, including the Peterson Auto Museum with $25 million worth of automobiles over there.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
For an employee car show, we're doing okay. Yeah. John, you brought your Model A Woody. Can we go over and look at it, and can you tell me a little bit about it?
I would love to tell you about my Model A Woody.
Cool, let's go.
Let's go. This is a 1930 Model A Woody. And we have a winery in Glen Ellen. And so we decided to make this 1930 Model A Woody into our winery wine truck, Lasseter Family Winery. And look what we got back here. Oh, we've got wine. Look at this. So we have a barrel, an oak barrel back here, and then these are some of the wines that we make at the winery.
Does the actual barrel stay back here?
Yeah, we have that permanently installed. Right now it doesn't have wine in it, but my plan is to put a spigot there, fill it.
Mm-hmm. That sounds
Party.
good. Yeah.
Party in the truck, man.
That's the point of a station wagon.
50 gallons of wine. Boom. You know?
That sounds like a good plan.
That's called tailgating right there.
You also brought Arnold, which is your...
Arnold.
I love Arnold, who is your Ford Falcon. That
You want to go see Arnold? Let's
Yeah,
go see
let's take a
Arnold.
look at
He's
Arnold.
right here. Arnold, 1962 Ford Falcon. We love Arnold. He came with a name. He's part of the family. He was our tow vehicle as we traveled around the United States in our RV. We towed this Ford Falcon. And the thing that I found out is when you get back east, when these cars aren't seen, I found out everybody in the United States has a Ford Falcon story. Either it was their girlfriends, their moms, their first car, their boyfriend or something. Everybody, and so this is just such an iconic American car, and it's just beautiful. This is like original paint. We just had the interior redone exactly the way it was.
Wow.
And so my boys, I have 5 sons, and this is without question their favorite car to drive. They all learned to drive a clutch in order to drive Arnold, because I tell you, it's the greatest date vehicle known to man, you know?
This car in a lot of ways to me is the spirit of Motorama, because as much as we have these beautiful, really expensive high-zoot cars, what we love is down-home cars with stories, cars the employees have an emotional connection with. And that's what's great about the Motorama, is these are our cars that we actually own. That's what's cool about it, and that's really the genesis of the show, is exactly like John's Falcon. I love it. So thanks for bringing
And Jay's
it.
hot rod
And
right
my
there.
Roadster, so yeah, we love it. Hey, look who's here, it's Stephanie.
Hey Jay, how's it going?
How are you?
Good.
Steph here works in our promotions department. Basically, she is the production manager for a lot of the promotionals, DVD material that you see. She's the one who's watching over all of that. Steph, you brought your Honda here today. It's a 61 Honda motorcycle. Tell me a little bit more about the bike and kind of what makes it cool.
Well, what's really cool for me is this is my favorite bike I've ever driven. It's the first bike I feel totally comfortable riding on the freeway with. It's cute.
It is cute.
It was owned by Gary Davies, a famous stuntman. Our friend dug it out of his backyard and restored it for us.
Wow.
It's really awesome.
Runs good, and
Runs
you
good.
ride it everywhere.
Yeah, I ride it everywhere around Oakland.
Steph's great because she's truly a gearhead girl. She loves old Italian cars from the 60s, motorcycles, so we're cut from the same cloth. So thank
Yeah.
you for bringing it.
Oh, thanks, my pleasure. I love this event, thank you.
Cool. All right, well, let's go look at some more cars. Hey, and who do we have? Mark Walsh.
Jay Ward, how are you, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So Mark is one of our shorts directors here at Pixar, works on all the tunes, and you brought some of your Autopia cars with you.
That's right, Autopia cars direct from Disneyland.
So tell me a little bit about these Autopia cars. You brought 3 of them. Tell me what years they were there and a little bit about them.
Well, the Autopia ride started in 1955 at Disneyland when Disneyland opened. And they went through many, many incarnations. And in 1969, they started with this new body designed by Bob Gurr, which is kind of patterned after the Corvette. And this rode at Disneyland on that ride from 1969 to 1999.
Wow.
When they changed out the body style to something new. So these are the original fiberglass bodies on a modified golf cart chassis. So they actually are the car of the future now. They're all electric, all silent. They go 20 miles an hour and there's no guardrail down the middle.
Very cool. Now let me ask you something. They have a little bit of Corvette styling on these.
They do.
I mean, just knowing what you know about Bob Gurr, did he at some point look at these and maybe get influenced a little bit from the Corvette when he was designing these?
You know, I read an interesting story by Bob where he said that he had a friend that was working for a Corvette and they put out the same car around the same time. The guy came onto the lot at Walt Disney Company, was like, "What the heck are you doing?" So I think there's been a little bit of love going back and forth between those guys, back and forth. But Bob claims, yes, definitely influence from Corvette and the styles before that. But the real shift, I can't remember what year, was it 69 that the Corvette shifted up its design a little bit?
Yeah, so 68 actually is the Stingray body came out in 68, yeah.
Yeah,
so
I think that was probably maybe a little bit of
sounds like he
overlap.
got Bob beat by about a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're probably right.
No worries. Well,
Sounds better the other way.
sounds
though.
better the other way
I
around.
had no idea.
And we love Bob Gurr, so that's good.
But they look cool, they look fast, even if they're only meant to go 4 miles an
And
hour.
are these original colors they came in?
These are the original colors, but it's all new paint.
Wow.
They had taken quite a beating after 30 years on the track.
I can imagine. Now, I remember riding these as a kid, they'd jump on the side and pull a handbrake. Did they used to have a handbrake on them?
They used to have handbrakes you could stop the kids if they wouldn't stop.
Exactly.
You'd have to climb on board and pull that.
Yeah.
We don't happen to have that problem anymore.
All right, so they got rid of the handbrake. This is pretty much the way they looked.
Pretty much the way they looked. Bumpers in the back to shock absorb so that the car didn't smash or buckle. This one got the seat belt, which of course is going to save you in case of an accident.
Yeah.
But what's great about this is it also has brakes. The other ones you just take your foot off the gas and the car would stop.
Yeah, you had that kind of engine braking, and this has
Yeah.
actually got brakes.
It's actually got brakes, and it works great here at Pixar. You can go around the walking path at 20 miles an hour, and it is heaven on earth.
That's an important point. Mark actually drives these things at Pixar on the property, drives them around. Just so you know, to go between buildings. Like, why walk when you can drive this?
That's a very good question.
I can't blame him.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for bringing them. This is such a part of what Motorama is bringing wild, weird, crazy stuff, which I love, and this is crazy and wild and weird, and I love it, and thank you for bringing cars.
You got it. Anytime, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jay.
Thanks for coming, Mark.
Take it easy.
All right, so last but not least, I'd like to go to a car that's very near and dear to my heart, something a little special I want to show you guys, so follow me. All right, well, I hope you've had a good day at the Motorama. We're going to end on this last car. This is my Ford Model A Roadster 1929 with a Cadillac 331 engine in it. I built this car in my garage about 11 years ago now, and I was really trying to get the vibe of a post-war guy who would have built a hot rod in his own garage with hand tools, kept it very simple, very low buck, and I've actually driven this car to Bonneville and back, 750 miles each way with a buddy riding shotgun. So, this is, again, just sort of the spirit of Motorama, are these fun cars that we build ourselves and enjoy, and this car's been good to me. Sometimes I want to paint it and fix it up and make it nice, and then other times everybody's like, no, leave it the way you built it, leave it low buck, don't make it too pretty. So I'm leaving it like this and just enjoying it and park it wherever I want. So I want to say, Jay Leno, thank you so much for joining us for the show today. Thank you for sending a car every year and just supporting the Pixar Motorama. I'm glad you guys got to be a part of it again. As always, you're welcome back anytime, and signing off from Pixar Animation Studios. We'll see you next time.
Mm-hmm.